guys! So I wanted to come in and do my June favorites since it is the beginning of July already. Liking this Mica Beauty Cosmetics gel liner. I got this in my Ipsy bag a while ago and I haven't used it because I was going through a phase with liquid liner. I always go back and forth about which one I like better and which one I want to use, and I was in a liquid liner phase, so I wasn't using gel, and then when I started to use gel I was using the Wet n Wild gel liner, so I wasn't really using this, and then that one kind of started to dry up and I had it stashed away in my wedding stash because I used it for a wedding trial, and then I never really went through and like unpacked everything because I wanted to kind of keep everything that I had used off to the side so I remembered what to bring again, instead of making a list like a normal person would. So I started to use this and I really like it. I think the pigmentation is great. I think that the wear on it is great. And you don't really need to use a lot. A little goes a long way with this. So, and it's very creamy. It's very easy application. So thumbs up for that. Next is something that's fairly new on the old circuit, I would say. I actually filmed a review on this that I've been trying to get uploaded, but I keep getting 1,000,001 problems with it, so once I get those resolved, and then I'll get them uploaded. But for now, I'm just going to say that these are favorites. These are the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquers. They were released in the UK. They were Apocalypse, I think they were called. And these are just amazing. They're a little bit thicker than a gloss. They are kind of like a liquid lipstick in a way. They're very, very pigmented, and they're amazing. Their lasting power is pretty good. Again, once I get the review up, I'll go into all the details with that. But this one is probably my favorite. This one is called Stellar, and I only picked up two, Stellar and Luna. And ooh, hey, I've been loving them both. So these are awesome. I would highly recommend picking these up if you get a chance. So next, my little combination for my mascaras that I've been liking. For my bottom lashes, I've really been liking this Shocking Extensions, Telescopic Shocking Extensions mascara by L'Oreal. What I like most about it is that it has a fairly small brush to it, so it's easy to get into those lashes on the bottom without overwhelming them with a larger brush. And then for the top lashes, I've really been liking this Revlon Lash Potion by Grow Luscious. It's fairly new, and on initial use I didn't really like it. I thought that it was a little bit too watery, and I found that it kind of flaked off and it kind of left a little bit of residue underneath my eyes. But this is one of those that I think you have to kind of let dry out for a little bit before you start to use it regularly, because now I love it. I think it gives really great volume. I don't have problems with that wear on the bottom lashes. So plus I don't use this on the bottom lashes, so that might be another reason why I don't have that issue. But I really, really like this a lot, and I would recommend this. There it is. I'm like looking at my stack and I'm like, I know that I have something here and it's not there. I actually recently just got this, probably within like the last week, but before I was using this, I was using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Perfect Brow Pencil, and since I got my hair dyed to this orangey blonde, strawberry blonde color, that color hadn't been matching, and that pencil was a little drier than I liked. Granted, it didn't go anywhere, so it was awesome in that regard, but it wasn't the easiest to work with. So now I got the Brow Wiz, which I really like. It has the retractable point, so you don't have to ever sharpen it. It's always going to be on the sharper side, and it's a thinner product, so you're going to be able to get a thinner line, like a little wing, for lack of a better word, than you would with that other product. So it has that on one end, it has the little spoolie on the other, so you can kind of blend everything out. It's great, and I love it. And the one that I use is in caramel, and that's what I got going on today. Next this is another thing I got in my Ipsy bag. This is the Cella Ivory Lace Highlighter, and it's a highlighter that I use under my brows. I pretty much just draw a line right underneath my brow and then kind of blend it out with my finger. And I think it just gives a nice lift to the arch of your brow, and it's not too noticeable. It doesn't have shimmer in it. It's matte, so it's just going to blend right into your skin, and it's just going to be a really nice pop to your brow. And this is something you could probably even run along the top. I know some people really like to sculpt out their brows. I don't like going over the top because mine are already a little bit thicker and kind of well pigmented to begin with once I fill them in, so I didn't really want to go too crazy, but I love this as a highlighter for underneath. Then something that I've had for a while and I've just been lazy about it. I kind of have a story with it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. This must have been in like January or maybe December, I don't know, somewhere in like the later, it must have been January because it doesn't matter. So I went to the Disney store, and this is when they had the Disney Villains collection, the designer collection, and they had redone a bunch of the Disney villainesses into like these vampy like pin-up kind of deals, and they had a bunch of t-shirts and jewelry and dolls, these beautiful, beautiful dolls, and a makeup collection. And for Christmas, I had got the lip gloss and I had got the nail polish collections. And I really had wanted the eyeshadow palette, but I had put it on my Christmas list, and even like, you know, I was checking back every once in a while, and even when I was checking back on the Disney store website, it was gone. It was sold out. So I was really, really bummed about it, and I, you know, just kind of dealt with the fact that I wasn't going to get it. Well, I went to the Disney store one day, and they had one on clearance, but all the shadows, well, 4 of the 6 shadows were just smashed, completely smashed to pieces and kind of, you know, mixed together. It was a mess, and that's probably that's obviously the only reason why it was left, was because everybody looks at it and is like, ew, no, can't use it, it's ruined. I looked at it, was like, I'm gonna get it, I can fix it, it's gonna be awesome. This was January, okay? So it has obviously been sitting in my collection for what, 5 months, 6 months, and every day I felt like I looked at it, I would look over, it was sitting right over here on top of my little storage thing for my makeup, and I would be like, okay, tonight's gonna be the night, I'm gonna fix it. Every night. And then one night I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fix it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna fix it. And while it isn't necessarily the prettiest to look at, all the colors still perform exactly the same. All I did was just add a little bit of rubbing alcohol into every pot. These 4 obviously were the ones that were smashed. They look terrible, but they were the ones that were smashed. I added some rubbing alcohol into them, let them dry overnight. Perfect as can be. You know, didn't lose any pigmentation on any of the colors. They're all still really, really beautiful. And I totally just swatched out of order, but I mean, they're still really, really nice, and I still like them a lot. And I mean, not that they're out of the ordinary colors by any stretch of the imagination, but I like how they work together, and I love Disney, and I love the packaging. They have all the villainesses up here, and they're all, you know, all the colors are named after their corresponding villainess. So I am a huge fan of that. I love it. I think it's beautiful. And now I need to get these swatches off my fingers so I can move on with our life. Okay. Next on my favorites, and this is my last beauty favorite for the month, and it is the Ariel palette, and I love it. So this is the box that it comes in, the outer box, and then these are like the little, supposed to be like the swatchy kind of deals of what the colors are going to look like. And then you go on in there, and this is hard cardboard, sturdy packaging, beautiful. Don't you just feel like you're in the ocean with this? Like you could just sit there and just watch it, right? The waves just rolling in. Anyway, then you open it, and it's just gorgeousness. Absolutely gorgeous colors. I just love all of them. I think they are fantastic. I think they're beautiful. The only one that really kind of let me down was this Blue Lagoon color, because it did fade really fast on me, at least. And you know, I really was expecting this to pack a punch and it didn't. But other than that, I love these. This color combination right here is probably my favorite. This is Sebastian and Flotsam. I love this. Smoking out the Sebastian color with the Flotsam color is just gorgeous, and I love these two kind of colors together because this is a more pinky coral color. This is a dark blue, midnight blue color with a little bit of shimmer to it, so it looks just gorgeous when it's paired together. So that has been amazing. I'm not exactly sure when this is supposed to go live on the Sephora website. I thought that it was supposed to be like the end of June, early July. I'm not sure. So keep an eye out. It's totally worth buying. And I think this is the last one. They said that this is the last one of the princess collection that they're doing, which is totally upsetting because I just love all of the ones that I've got so much. I have all three, love them all, and I hope they do more. So that is it for beauty. So now I wanted to do some random other things. Let me do food because I have the food stuff sitting in front of me. I actually just finished this box today, and I'm really kind of upset because I went grocery shopping last night and I didn't realize that I was out of them. But these are the Yoplait Greek low-fat frozen yogurt bars, and this is honey caramel. This is amazing, and this is so refreshing. It's so light, and it's only 90 calories for one bar. And I mean, it's a bar, you know, it's a decent sized bar, and they're just, oh my god, it's so good. It's so creamy, and if you like the taste of Greek yogurt, you'll like this. Obviously, if you don't like the taste of Greek yogurt, you're not gonna like these at all because it does have that texture and the taste of the vanilla Greek yogurt to it. But so good. And then another thing that I've been loving are these this is so sweaty because it's so hot. The Lipton Diet Green Tea. This one is the citrus one. They also have mixed berry. When you put these in the refrigerator and you've been outside all day or you're just hot, that is like the most refreshing thing on earth. These are what, whenever my mom and I go to a Phillies game, we always kind of pack a bag with water and green tea and grapes and that kind of stuff to eat. This is like the most refreshing thing on a hot day. Hands down, I love them. They're so good. And that's it for food, I think. Yes. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I have a list of intangible things. So then another thing that I've really been liking, I started reading the Birds of Prey trade by DC Comics, and I like it because I'm a huge fan of Poison Ivy, and she's one of the main characters in here. It's Poison Ivy, other people, that's Katana. I don't remember the other people's names. Black Canary, maybe? I'm a terrible nerd. But this is really interesting. The storyline that they're going with is really cool. I like it a lot. And this is the first trade. So this is issues 1 through 7. And my boyfriend actually ordered me the next one at his comic book shop. So I should be getting that soon. Not a favorite for this month because I read it like forever ago. I don't even know where it is. I'm not even going to try to find it right now. But the Wonder Woman comic by DC is also really cool too. I really like it, especially if you like Greek mythology, which I'm like a huge junkie of. You'll love Wonder Woman because there's a lot of Greek mythology characters rolled into that, so it's really cool, for me at least. I'm a total nerd though, so it's fine. I have been loving scent-wise, not even a candle, but this is something that I need in candle form. I need in every form that I can possibly get it in, is the Bath and Body Works Strawberry Picnic Wallflower. I put that in my bathroom and it still smells. Like, for me at least, I don't know if I get used to the scents or what, but I stop smelling them after a while. Every time I walk into my bathroom, I still smell this. It smells, they say it smells like a fresh blend of red, ripe strawberries, wild raspberries, and sweet buttercream, but to me it smells like cotton candy. It is amazing. So good. Such a good scent. If you're in Bath and Body Works, smell that and see if you can get your hands on it. I know that the Wallflowers, I was actually just looking at the website for a description of the scent, and the Wallflowers are sold out, which is terrible. So I need to go scope out a couple different Bath and Body Works and see if I can find some more so I can just stock up and have them forever. Then for TV shows, I'm a huge Catfish fan, and it started up again this month, and I have been loving it. I just love watching these people go through these processes, and I just think that they're so brave in a way to confront this. Like, it's so scary that someone that you've committed so much time to might not be the actual person that you think they are, and to actually be like, take that step and go ahead and confront them about it takes a lot of bravery, whether people understand it or not. It's scary, so props to them. And I love Neve and I love Max, so it's fun to watch. I think one of the things that I noticed yesterday when I was watching it, what I love about them is that, they don't take sides per se. They just are there. And they are screaming at each other. These two people that are in this relationship, they're screaming at each other. And, Neve and Max, they just sit there and they don't say anything. They're just totally calm about the whole situation, and they're just there to be peacemakers. And I love that. It's so cool. So, if you've been living under a rock and you've never watched an episode of Catfish before, check it out. It's a good time. Another show that I have been watching that ended this month, and oh my god, I'm so mad that it ended this month, is Hannibal. If you've never seen any of the Hannibal movies, it's totally fine. I've never seen any of the Hannibal movies. I have a basic idea of who Hannibal is and what he does, but I don't know anything else about him. But this show is so good. I don't think I've ever been so angry at a character as I am with Hannibal. At the season finale, I was sitting on my couch yelling at the TV and doing everything that I could do not to throw things at the TV because of all the things that he was doing. I was so angry. It is such a good show. If you can catch up on it, definitely catch up on it, because you can't not like it. And I know that it was on the border of being renewed. I think people get a little bit scared because there is a little bit of gore in it, but it's usually pretty minimal. It's usually within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the show, and then it just kind of moves along as character development. So, no biggie. You should watch it. Anyway, music that I have been loving, and this is my last little category. I've been listening to the Lumineers a lot because I'm actually going to see them in concert this month, so I've been kind of prepping myself on their CD and everything, and I love them. I think they're so wonderful. They're such perfect summertime music too. Just open up your windows and sing and just let them go out. And if you haven't, I'm gonna need to link this down below. I hope I remember to actually do this. There is a video on YouTube that is Ho Hey, but all the Ho Heys are Will Ferrell as Harry Carey doing the hey thing that he does all the time, which is hysterical because that's one of my favorite things that he does. I do it to my mom all the time because sometimes she reminds me of Harry Carey, which is not a nice thing to say, but she's aware of the fact, and it's all in good fun. But yeah, it's hysterical. So if I remember to, I'm going to link it down below, or I'll link it in my blog, either way. But their album is really great. If you haven't listened to it, I would highly recommend it. There is so much more to them than just Ho Hey, and I think that their whole album is amazing, and it's just such a great summertime thing. And my other band that I have been obsessed with is a band called New Politics. The radio station that I listened to played this song called Harlem, and I was just obsessed from the get-go. Like, they are so good. And that song, Harlem, I'm going to try to remember to link to below as well as in my blog. It's such a perfect summer song. And I told my boyfriend to listen to it, and he pulled it up and he was like, I know this song. I think it was in a Taco Bell commercial. And he found a Taco Bell commercial, and sure enough, it was in a Taco Bell commercial. So he said, if it's good enough for Taco Bell, it's good enough for me. So I got his approval on that, which is tough because he and I don't see eye to eye very much on music, which is sad because I like a lot of good music, but it's all good. I mean, whatever. You gotta have some differences somewhere, right? You can't like everything. But yeah, so those are my favorites for June. Let me know if there's anything that you guys have been loving. Leave me a video response or a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to link to all my social media sites, my Facebook, my Instagram, my blog, of course. And I think I have a Google Plus. I don't really know how to use it. I'm still learning. So I probably won't link to that until I know what it actually is and what it does. But I have it. I think I'm linked to it on my blog. So if you're really that into it, you can go right ahead and connect in my circle or whatever it is on Google Plus. I don't understand. There's too much social media. I can't. I just can't. But anyway, enough of my social media nervous breakdown. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful June. I hope you all have a fantastic 4th of July, because fingers crossed I'll have this up tonight, which is the 3rd of July. And yeah, so thumbs up for America and Independence Day and everything like that. So go have some hamburgers, some hot dogs, go watch some fireworks, and of course keep in mind all the people that have given their lives and have sacrificed so much to fight for our country and to keep us happy and free. And if you don't live in America, then hope you have a really good 4th of July anyway, because you still have a 4th of July. It's just not a holiday. So anyway.